Working for the U.S. Postal Service for 26 years. He's an original member of the Akron Tea Party, Oath Keepers of Summit County coordinator, and he's begun a new organization, the Ohio Second Amendment Group. This is also something that's very, very important to Tea Party people, the Second Amendment. Would you please give a nice welcome to Mr. Bob Keller, please?
It's a great night in Akron. It's beautiful weather. First, I want to thank the police officers who are here for security. We welcome you. This morning I had a small group, a crew, helping me set up the stage for today's event. And I want to apologize for the low-tech appearance of our platform. I tried to rent a teleprompter, but they were all rented out. And since I'm committed to reading, that would have been handy tonight. I didn't want to memorize this. I'm a little bit lazy, so bear with me. Since BHO ascended the palatial White House, he has used one for every occasion. That one in front of the preschoolers really impressed me. It looks so cool. And it really makes you look super intelligent, too. I thought, man, we gotta get a teleprompt for today. But grassroots groups seldom have a budget. This administration has made those gadgets really popular, haven't they? I see them everywhere. Every Democrat must now use them for even the smallest events. Because I could not locate one in Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Columbus, or Cincinnati. The nearest available teleprompter was in Chicago. Seems there's always one available there now. Even Mayor Pasqualeck had one for the State of the City report. I sure hope the city didn't purchase that system, though. They're not cheap. And how often would it be used, really? No, I don't have a problem with Mr. P. He's been a good boss for Akron. I just wish he would stop circumventing the state's constitution with that association of mayors gig he's always traveling with. That's my opinion. First, I want to tell you about the new group that I started with a small group of people. We are now about 50 people. We meet at 356 Fighter Group and various other places. It's the Ohio Second Amendment Group. Last year, I was very much entrenched with the Ohio Tea Party, still am, will always be. It's the home group. The Second Amendment Group is not what some people think, okay? It's about our rights. The Second Amendment, we cover a lot of things about the 10th Amendment and everything in between and above the 10th. We are educational and informational. We will have a website that will be as such. We're not competing against the other groups. We don't want to lobby. We don't want to get all this money to lobby with, to pay attorneys. Check us out. Come to our meetings. The 21st is the next one at the 356 Fighter Group, Wednesday night at 6:30. I want to tell you a little story. 35 years ago, I sat in an American history class at the old Green High School with my usual inattentiveness. Mrs. Taylor had aroused me from my indifference to do a report on JFK. I was challenged by one of his more recent quotes as I recited it at the end of my report. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. A year later, I would enlist in the U.S. Navy, more for my dad's prompting than the JFK's inspiring, truth be told. Contrary to what most people believe, a large part of boot camp is classroom. Two of the courses were about the Constitution and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. Let me see the hands of all the vets in here. Was that not heavy? UCMJ. These indoctrinations, as they were always called, were more to make you, the American fighting man, aware of the standard you are now subject to. The UCMJ supersedes the civilian legal system while you are in uniform. You are now property of the U.S. government, and you will act as such. The standard was higher than while a civilian, and it should be. When you learn of sedition, treason, espionage, sabotage, dereliction of duty, desertion, etc., you realize the stakes are high. You better not disappoint. You'd better not compromise. People died because of those choices. So the education was more so that you knew the consequences for your crimes, should you be so inclined. We still have prisoners serving for these high crimes. This made the oath of enlistment we took just a few weeks before all the more serious to us. I would sit around the barracks at night and ask other recruits if they would die defending the Constitution. It's just a piece of paper, right? It's just old ideas, right? Would you die defending the flag? It's just a cloth, right? I was surprised with the range of responses. How many said they would not defend it and didn't think it was important? How is it that so many people do not see the severity of the impact of the words and significance of the Constitution? What does it mean to defend the Constitution? How do we defend the Constitution? Do we defend the Constitution? Do you? So to end on a little bit, you know, this is great, coming out to events like this. We really have a nice crowd here tonight. The rights that we have afforded by the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, everything, we can't take for granted anymore. No, we grew up not really realizing, but now we see what's going on, what it all means. And so many people we see every day don't have a clue. Some do, and they tell you that, don't they? But they don't want to do anything about it. You're going to hear a man in a little bit. He called me a couple weeks ago, and he said he sat on the couch, and he said he can't sit on the couch anymore. He can't sit by any longer, and you'll be hearing that story. I'd like to point your attention to 2 tables over here, as well as all the other ones. Summit County, I'm a Summit County coordinator for the Oath Keepers. You've heard a lot of trash about the Oath Keepers. It's a great group of people. You can sign up over here if you ever swore the oath, or you don't have to have sworn the oath. You can swear the oath anytime. You know, we consider doing it today, but we do it at a lot of events with Oath Keepers. It's never too late to do that. The second is the OSAG table, this Ohio Second Amendment group. One thing about that is we want to grow this across the state, have chapters all across the state, one in every county, ultimately. I know that's aggressive. We have a group in Toledo that we're going to go do a road trip and conduct a meeting with them. It includes a judge, a deputy, and a police officer. And it's a group of about 12 people waiting for us. We're planning a date to go up there to do that. There's another group in Cambridge that we're planning to do this with as well. So check it out. There's not a lot on the website now. You can become a member if you choose to. Before long, we will have information on the osag.org website. But I just want to let you know about it. If you're interested in meetings, register, become a member. Sign a paper over here. We'll send you emails about when those meetings will be. Thank you.